It is the last Saturday in August 2025, and we have a lot to cover. We have an absolutely crazy blast of cold air coming from Canada, the craziest I've seen in a while. This is even way crazier than what just happened a week ago. We have a little bit of severe weather over there encompassing parts of Texas, and then we have two areas of slight risk of excessive rainfall that we need to cover. The last thing that we'll talk about will be a possible hurricane that will be brewing in the Atlantic Ocean. This is Colin Holter with Mesokept Weather Association, and I hope that you enjoy the 7-day forecast. As we can see in this area, the SPC has issued a marginal risk of severe weather. It's basically just going to be if there's any organized thunderstorms that do turn supercellular. Basically in this area is the most prone. There's also a small chance over there near Dallas for some severe storms. And in that same area, there is a slight risk of excessive rainfall from New Mexico all the way encompassing a huge portion of Texas. And there's also a pretty decently sized one encompassing Nebraska, Kansas, and Oklahoma. And as we can see, our rainfall totals can be up to 7 inches in some areas over here just south of Dallas, and maybe a couple isolated regions in other places. And then over here in central Kansas around Manhattan, we're seeing up to 7 inches of isolated rainfall, all the way up to Success City, Lincoln, Wichita, and Tulsa could see areas of isolated pockets of 7 inches. This is a little conservative. And then here is our Climate Prediction Center. It's saying 80% chance of temperatures being below normal, which is absolutely wild, encompassing Midwest and Ohio Valley, even there into Tennessee. 80. It's going to be really cold. We'll go over the possible freezing temperatures that will be happening soon. So you can see a very, very deep trough will be injecting its way all the way down close to the Gulf of Mexico. Very high speed. This is the GEFS, which basically takes a whole bunch of computer simulations. It changes a little bit of it, and it blends it all together to get a more accurate picture. But it does have lower resolution. If we go to the regular GFS, we can see a very nice cold closed loop there. And who knows, water spouts would be very possible across the Great Lakes regions around September 4th and September 5th. Seeing that, and then look at this, crazy 70 to 80 knots of wind over here in some areas. Thankfully, it'll be too cold to probably have any severe weather. But over here in this area, including Colorado and Texas, where that high pressure is, we could definitely see a chance of some short waves producing some severe weather. As we can see, this does have its way making its way all the way down there to the Gulf. If we look at a different model, the ECMWF, it's also showing a very similar situation. So we could see some water spots there over the Great Lakes on September 4th and 5th. I'm confident about that. So this is a pretty cool situation that we have here. Let's go look at the expected temperatures. So as we go to September 4th, as we can see, on September 4th, we have lows as low as like 40 degrees. Montana, South Dakota, Nebraska, Iowa, Wisconsin, Minnesota, which is awesome. If we look at the GFS, we can show that it's showing temperatures. Wow, look at that. Freezing temperatures over there in Minnesota and Wisconsin on September 4th. And then when highs over here in Texas, 95 to like 90 to 95, which is pretty good. Then all the way down here into Arkansas, 66, 60 is the high. Over here in Iowa, 50 is a high. That's absolutely crazy. As we go to the 5th, as we can see, it starts warming up a little bit over here, but 60 degree highs. That's great. And as we move on to September 7th, it will start warming back up again, but still that is some pretty nice temperatures. So enjoy these temperatures while it lasts. There is a couple ensemble members of the GEFS that are showing a hurricane that will be having a very similar pattern from that disturbance. Actually, only one of them showing from that disturbance. Over here on ensemble number 9, as we can see, that is a hurricane that does look like it's going to copy Hurricane Aaron. And then over on ensemble number 8, it shows something forming here right off the Bahamas that could produce something. So that would be interesting. But so the chances of a hurricane happening is very low. There's only 30% chance. that the National Hurricane Center has issued, but there is still a chance, and I'll be the first ones to let you guys know about any updates and any changes that'll be happening. And the Storm Prediction Center has outlined day 4 through 8 is going to be predictability too low, which means there is a chance of severe weather, but it's not able to be predicted very well. So make sure you like and subscribe so you can receive updates multiple times a week on the weather that'll be happening in your area. Appreciate you being here with Mesocapt Weather Association. Please check out our sponsors, support us, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.